What happens when a simple detour to help a friend leads you to a shocking discovery? I never imagined that one small change to my routine would unravel the truth about my wife. I walked into a cafe only to find her with someone else, laughing like nothing was wrong. My heart stopped, and I knew right then my whole world was about to change. But was it really what it seemed? The truth will leave you speechless. Stay with me till the end. Join the Secrets Unveiled family today. Hit that subscribe button and be part of the journey. I'll never forget that day. It started like any other ordinary workday, but one small decision, one seemingly trivial detour changed everything. It's strange how life can turn on the simplest of choices, and the aftermath can be so much more than we could ever prepare for. I was running late, but I received a call from my best friend, Greg. He was in a bind, and even though it was out of the way, I agreed to help. It wasn't just a favor, Greg had been there for me during my darkest times. I wasn't going to leave him hanging now, not when he needed me the most. So I decided to take a new route to work, one that would take me down unfamiliar streets. At the time, I had no idea that this simple act of kindness would lead me to a moment that would shatter everything I thought I knew about my life. As I drove, the traffic was light, and the sun cast its golden rays over the city streets, creating a peaceful, almost surreal scene. I found myself thinking about how strange it was that I was so calm, considering I was running behind schedule for a very important meeting at work. But life has a way of throwing curveballs, and this one was coming at me faster than I could have ever anticipated. I reached Greg's place, helped him out with his situation, and after a brief conversation, I was back in my car heading towards the cafe I frequented every morning. This particular cafe, with its cozy ambiance and aromatic coffee, was part of my daily routine. It had always been my little sanctuary before the chaos of work began. But that day, something caught my eye. A cafe I had passed many times before. It was a little more crowded than usual, and I couldn't shake off the feeling that something was off. That's when I saw her. At first, I didn't think much of it. There, sitting by the window, was my wife, Emma. But then, I saw her with someone else, a man, sitting far too close for comfort. They were laughing. The kind of laugh that only two people who are deeply comfortable with each other share. My heart raced. I parked my car across the street, trying to keep my composure. It wasn't like I was paranoid. Emma and I had been married for 5 years, and our relationship had always been strong. We had our ups and downs, but nothing that ever made me doubt her loyalty. But there they were, the way they leaned toward each other, the playful glint in their eyes. It all felt wrong. It was as if I had walked into a scene I wasn't supposed to witness. Every fiber of my being screamed at me to walk away, to pretend I never saw anything, but I couldn't. I watched them for what felt like an eternity. My mind raced with questions. Who was this guy? Why was Emma so comfortable with him? Was there something going on that I didn't know about? Just as I was about to turn away and head to work, my wife caught my gaze. Her eyes widened in surprise, and for a split second, she froze. The moment felt surreal, as if the world had come to a halt. Then she stood up, excused herself, and walked toward me, her face now masked with confusion. As she approached, I felt a tightness in my chest. I didn't know what to say, or if I should say anything at all. But the questions were bubbling up inside me, and I knew that I couldn't leave this unresolved. Not now, not after what I had just witnessed. Hey, what's going on? I asked, trying to keep my voice steady, though it wavered despite my best efforts. She looked at me, eyes darting between the cafe entrance and me, then back at the table where the man was still seated. She took a deep breath and spoke softly. It's not what you think. My heart sank. I wanted to believe her. I really did. But the look on her face was a mixture of guilt and something else, something I couldn't place. I had seen that look before when we were dating and she had canceled plans with me to be busy with work. Back then, I had dismissed it as nothing. But now, with everything that had just happened, the doubt was gnawing at me. Who's the guy? Emma hesitated for a moment, then said, his name is Jack. He's a colleague. I felt a wave of confusion. A colleague? I repeated, unsure of where this was going. Look, she began, her voice trembling slightly. We've been working on a project together for the last couple of weeks, and we've been talking a lot about work stuff. That's all this is. I stared at her, searching her face for any sign of the truth. I wanted to believe her. I really did. But the situation felt all too familiar. Had I really just witnessed something innocent, or was my gut telling me something I didn't want to hear? Before I could respond, Emma continued, I know how this looks, and I swear to you, there's nothing going on. I was just talking to him about work. It wasn't even that important, honestly. But I understand why you'd think otherwise. At that moment, something inside me cracked. The words I understand why you'd think otherwise echoed in my mind. Was I being paranoid, or was there a deeper truth buried beneath her words? I didn't know what to think anymore. As we stood there, the tension between us grew. My mind raced as I tried to process what I was seeing. Emma and I had built our life together on trust, yet here I was, feeling like the foundation was crumbling beneath me. The questions kept swirling in my mind, but I couldn't bring myself to ask her anymore. What was the point? Could I really trust her after what I had seen? I took a step back, both physically and emotionally. The weight of the situation was too much for me to bear. I think I need some space, I muttered, before turning away and walking back to my car. I drove off, my mind clouded with questions I wasn't sure I wanted the answers to. Was Emma hiding something from me? Or was I just being overly suspicious, clouded by insecurity? I couldn't tell. All I knew was that something had changed, and I didn't know how to fix it. The following days felt like a blur. I tried to go about my routine, but I couldn't shake the image of Emma and Jack from my mind. I couldn't stop questioning everything. Eventually, I sat down with Emma and had a long conversation about what had happened. She explained more about her relationship with Jack and assured me that nothing romantic had happened. She told me that the connection she had with him was strictly professional and that she understood why I'd be concerned, but emphasized that there was no need for doubt. As time went on, I slowly began to rebuild my trust in her, though it wasn't easy. The truth was, I had overreacted in the moment, but it was a wake-up call for me. It reminded me of the importance of communication, trust, and not jumping to conclusions before understanding the full picture. In the end, our marriage became stronger because of the challenges we faced. And I learned that sometimes the things that seem like the biggest threats can turn out to be mere misunderstandings, teaching us important lessons about ourselves and the people we love. Thanks for watching. If you've ever faced a moment that changed everything, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more real stories like this. Until next time, stay strong and keep questioning what you know.